Wow.
You're assuming you're even part of the group yet.
And we're live.
Wow.
Yeah, you're assuming we're part of the group yet. I mean, you need to kill at least half a dozen people first in order to qualify as a murder oboe. But anyways, hi guys, how's it going tonight? My name's Crit.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel. We are now tonight making KINGMAKER, which is the campaign that we've been running since September. Episode 30. Sorry, not that 30. Wow. No, episode 18. Yeah. So how you guys doing? That was to you guys, by the way.
Is that us?
That's you guys.
Wonderful.
He doesn't. Audience. He's got electricity tied to our chairs that if we talk out of order, he just shocks the shit out of us.
Yes, I do. I have a little button here. It's absolutely for that. That's what my That's what my stream deck is linked for, to be sure that I can zap you in case you don't do as I want you to do. You know, perform, right?
Well, we didn't put my hand up, so I didn't want to talk.
Thank you so much for putting your hand up, or not putting your hand up, because you didn't want to talk. All right. So a few things before we get started. As usual, we use stream loots in order to get cards. So these are cards. Just give me a second. I'll put the link right now. Here we go, in the chat. So if you want to help the party in any shape or form, you can go to stream loots and get some cards. This is also a way for you to be able to give some help to the channel, basically to by buying packs of cards or anything like that. Throughout the evening, we will also be giving out free packs, which are 3 cards. Just know that you can always destroy cards in order to get points, in order to craft your own cards, and be able to use them. The party can have 5 cards at one time, and the extra will be added to a deck from which they will be able to draw in order to do stuff. Currently, the party has 4 cards. Just letting you guys know. Some other things just to get out of the way. Just give me a few seconds. Letting you guys know. This week we will not be having a virtual table talk, and we will not be having a campfire social because I will be, and some other people in the chat, of the crew will be at Beltane's, which is a SCA event happening in Canada. And it is a multiple-day thing, so we will probably be there and having fun. We'll be sure to take a lot of pictures to be sure that share with you guys once we get back. Am I forgetting anything? No, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Excellent. Wow, that was
experience points.
We don't have a Ravenloft vibe because same reason, right?
We don't have
no,
what?
Wait, we ended up 5th. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, we will be having Ravenloft next week.
Yeah, we will. I for some reason I thought Beltane's was long.
No. Beltane finishes Sunday. The reason why there's nothing Sunday is because I want to get home and crash. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Last we left off, the party was visiting the court of the Arrow Court, which is a strange place, a demiplane of sorts, gathered and formed by the gathering of cards, parts of the deck of destiny. These cards, being magical, are able to manifest certain aspect of the Arrow Court, which our party found by using certain cards to which Shiraza was attuned. It was also deciphered that this place can be a platform of sorts in ways that the party can, from there, go to other familiar places that they've been before. And I believe that the party's plan, correct me if I'm wrong, was to go visit the meadow that had sprung by I believe, the unicorn card, in order to get a chance to reach Oleg's trading post, where pretty much everything happened and where the body of Lucian was kept. We finished last time. Hey, thank you so much for the 2 months for subscribe. Awesome. Thank you so much. Last we left off, they were at the Arrow Court, and the sun was going down. I will remind the players that they thought that it was a good idea to leave a vampire lady in a small tent by the main gate of the Arrow Court.
I did invite her to join.
They
It's
did.
like-
They did once night would have fallen. And with that, we will be starting for tonight's episode of Kingmaker.
Why is our Baron so quiet today?
Well, ready your pen, Lindsay. We're about to create a damn fine new story.
All right. Da-da-da. Oh, thank you for... Of course. Like, even when you're playing, you want me to drink. Sure.
Hydration.
Hydration. All right. So, as I was saying, last we left off, we were at the Harrow Court, this magical castle that seems to be looming on a small plateau overseeing this whole area. There was, from the top, you could observe on different cardinal points that there were different types of biomes. Forest on one side, ocean on the other, marshes on one, and desert on the other one. As Shiraza manifested the cards that he had, he manifested certain things. Namely, a city that appeared at the bottom of the cliff where Shiraza went and got a horse. There was a large tree that seemed to spring from the within the forest area. There was an island, I believe, that appeared in the water area, and of course there were the resounding sound of an avalanche off in the distance in the mountainside. Last but not least, playing the Tyrant's card, a large golden dragon manifested, now currently just flying in slow circle over the highest spire of the court, the Arrow Court. By talking with their newest companion, Kraz, they've also understood that the castle itself was of a magical nature. When Kraz got there, being the first, there was only commodities for one person. So one bedroom, one hall, and so forth, so on. As the new players, as the rest of the party enter the Harrow Court, the castle grew, shifted, changed in a way to accommodate multiple rooms, multiple halls, multiple kitchens, and so forth. Enough, basically, to be sure that everybody had all of the commodities for themselves without needing to step on anybody else's toes by visiting the castle. We start back tonight as the dusk slowly sets. Contrary to on the material plane, this is done more rapidly enough to be noticed. So most of you will know that in the summer, normally the sundown and sunrises are quite fast, but not exactly noticeable. You just sit down, and after a few minutes you realize, or perhaps after 15 minutes, you realize that, oh, you know, it got a bit darker. This is not exactly what is happening. You see a noticeable shift of the shadows moving about by the sun moving in the sky, and the moon taking up its place. Within 15 minutes, this rotation is done, and after it is done, the moon sits square where the sun was and stops moving, giving you the impression that it is almost somebody just, cranking some backdrops from a stage somewhere. You were in the process of finishing some socializing in the ballroom area that as was manifested, of course, by one of the cards, and being done for the night. You were pretty much at the step of splitting up to each of your own, unless somebody wishes to do something different. Anybody wishes to do anything while we are here?
Not specifically.
Not specifically. Excellent. Anybody?
Nope.
No.
Not unspecifically either. Necray would be headed to his
Excellent.
private
Vess,
chambers.
Yes.
as you're slowly going about, probably leaving with the rest of the party, you were guided up towards where the bedchambers were, and you were probably last to go towards your bedchamber, being the furthest down on the hallway. So after just leaving probably Nikri or Gilali at their doorstep, you're slowly moving towards your bedroom, and you have this chill, this sensation running down your spine. As you would have it, you just turned around, and standing in the hallway like a ghost, is the vampire woman. She stands there, she seems angry at least, but it isn't exactly running at you or anything of the sort. She seems to be waiting, and she seems to be pondering of what to exactly do, as if she's currently weighing in what would the best course of action be. Would you do anything?
I will speak out. I'm like, hello, lady. Can I help you?
As you speak, she would rapidly head towards your direction and kind of like, lurch over you, kind of like bend down to bring her face to your level. As of course you are a gnome, so you are a bit smaller. She snarls for a second, clearly trying to intimidate you. Just give me a second. I would like you to do a willpower saving throw, please.
Okay.
Fire.
Do you have like a one or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay. Let's go.
Don't forget the card.
Oh yeah, what do we have?
Believe in the hearts of the card. I do believe that you have force of will, which succeeds a saving throw. Do you want to succeed that saving throw, or do you want to keep your 11?
Yeah. I would like to succeed my saving throw.
Okay. So you may use force of will. In order to use it, you just click on it, and then you have a button called
Open.
discard, I believe.
Discard. I will discard.
I'll take care of it. Here we go. Done. And just give me a second. I just want to be sure that it is... Perfect. All right.
Nice try.
She snarls, and clearly she was expecting some kind of reaction. And seeing that you don't even flinch, she backs off rapidly, kind of taken aback. She narrows her eyes for a second. Who are you people?
The future kings of the lands, of course.
She looks at you with genuine surprise. You seem to have taken her aback. Wait, you're not joking.
Of course not. I don't joke. Nah, that's a joke.
You're probably more fools than I expected. Don't you know the story of the Stolen Lands?
Yes, but you can always try to tell me more about it.
I would like you to make a diplomacy check, please.
All right. Where do we get there? Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Okay. Roll. That's better than the last one.
She straightened up for a second, and she seems to be going through her mind, figuring what would be too much information, as if, like, she knows a lot, or wants you to believe that she knows a lot, if that makes sense. Let's just say that nothing that tries to take root there lasts. A lot of people believe that there's a curse, and you're probably just its latest victim.
Well, considering the fact that I did a blood pact with your master, and I have this little dagger, and I shoot a dagger, that's probably...
Yes, as you're doing
Not
that, you
so
realize
safe.
that the dagger's now, like, bare-bladed in your hand.
You're probably right, but I'll take my chance.
Well, at least making your pact with Master Donovan was probably the most thoughtful thing he did. He's a powerful man
Notice that.
and a man of his words. And she'll like you feel as if she's putting more weight into these words. And for once you see something seeming more like genuine concern, if that makes sense.
She seems concerned about the fact that she's a man of his word.
No, she seems concerned about the fact that people might not take her seriously by her saying that a vampire is a person of their words. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I try not to judge somebody by how they dress or how they look, and ask question first.
Hey, thanks for
So-
the 5 chests. All right. She's gonna cross her arms over her small frame and kind of look left, look right. I fear that there is no room for me. Could I trouble some space in yours?
Sure. Just don't touch my neck, please. No, it's a joke.
She's gonna look at you for a second and unsure like what part of what you just said was the joke. And then you're gonna walk into the room.
Okay.
The following morning, the rest of the party may have the opportunity to slowly rise, go into the main hall within good view of the doors leading up to the bed chambers. And of course, see Vess exiting his room, followed by, close behind, Lady Eliriel. After a few
Hello,
moments,
everybody.
after a few moments, you do all gather together within this hall, ready to set for the day's work.
So, Shiraza, what's the plan here?
I was thinking we would head down to the tree, and from there I will conduct the ritual to take us back to our land.
All right. Do you know if it's gonna be day or night there?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe we should go unpack the tent in case. But when we get there, maybe at night it will be easier for you, lady, to go back to your lord.
She nods for a second. I would have already done so if this is a strange place. My magic does not allow me to teleport here.
Ah. Well, I understand. But if it's day, you might go all again like catatonic. So that's why I was talking about the tent. That might help.
She
Get
nods.
faster to your place.
I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
You're welcome.
So what do you guys do?
Hold on. I'm not going anywhere until someone tells me what the hell is going on with this vampire.
She's gonna look you up and down, clearly like, like not like like teenage prom queen being offended type of behavior.
Well, she's, I believe, a noble. She's the second in command knight of her kingdom. I apologize if that's not true. That's how I
She
viewed
does
you.
not correct you.
And these people have made a companion of her, and a deal to the Lord, her Lord, for the means that we got here, and the means that we will return home, and as a way to bring back one of their friends.
So she's a nice vampire.
she's gonna
She's a
giggle.
rune
At,
lord.
she's gonna giggle a bit to like oh sweet summer child type like.
She's a rune lord, and she's been very nice to me.
Okay.
Shiraza,
Yeah.
it's unsettling that you keep saying these people and not us. Makes us feel like you're not part of the team.
Well, I've always been a wanderer. I guess I just don't. I'm not used to joining a group and staying with them for long, or having them let me stay with them.
Well, I'd say even if people are far away, doesn't prevent them to belong to a group. In any case, if you wander off and want to come back, we'll open your doors. You help us a great deal. And I hope you find your way back to your place or time. But for now, let's go us back to our place and time. Right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aliriel will nod to your words. As you'll notice,
floor is
outside,
yours.
it is still dark, as only 8 hours have passed. I would like Kraz, who's been here the longest, to make a nature check.
Okay.
Oh yes. By the way, I saw that Shiraza did it, but if you did not, you may do your rest. From what you can summarize, Kraz, the day and night cycle that you've seen so far seem to have been on a 12-hour rotation. Thank you for the hero pack, Vyashno. Just give me a second, and I'll be sure to give it to you. Wait, just give me a second. The music was playing in double. That's weird. Okay. Hey, hi, Vyashno. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? Spell slots have been done. Pretty much everybody's ready, I believe.
Yeah, so I assume after like eating, Shiraz will make it very clear that he wants to get going,
Okay.
But it's still dark.
and he'll look to the vampire in response.
Fair enough.
All right. So I will share with you the map of the Arrow Court. Just give me a second. My dog is he's going bananas for some reason, and he's knocking stuff over. Oh, all right.
So weird he refers to the child as the dog.
No, I'm talking about the dog. Wow. No. So we are here in the middle. The tree that popped up is here. Each X is a 3 miles trek, meaning that you can either, of course, with your survival knowledge and abilities, you do know that, just eyeballing it with a distance, especially since you've been traveling so much in the Stolen Lands, either your voyage will take you to the middle of the desert area, or you push further and reach the tree, which would mean that everybody would be fatigued. Kraz, with the information also that you have with the 12-hour cycle for the night and day, you can pretty much guess that by the time that you go from the plains to the desert area, daytime would it would turn to daytime.
Okay.
So what do you guys do with that information?
I think Shraza would personally advocate for just getting there, leaving. Or at least he'd advocate for getting under the trees for Lady Illyriel's sake.
We definitely need to be moving.
As I said, the problem with that is you do not reach the trees before nightfall.
Right.
Daytime.
Well, we travel at night and we rest during the day.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
follow the professional.
We follow the professional. Excellent. So what I'll do is I'll be doing. Do I have a party? Just give me a second. Pretty sure I have
Yeah,
a-
you got a party.
P-A-R-T-Y, because we
right.
got it.
So by the time that you reach this area, the rotation going to sun, basically for daytime, is slowly taking place. Would you want to set up your camp?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So for those who are joining us for the first time, we are
He's
using
amazing at setting up camp.
we are using the camping mechanics from KINGMAKER. So just give me a second. I'll just be sure to clear it so that way we can basically do everything at least once, so that everybody following with us will be able to know what we're doing and how it works. Just give me a few seconds. Hey, how's it going, Ben? All right. So as, of course, daytime is slowly rising. Just give me a few seconds. I'll do that like that. Sorry for all the things that are thrown. All right. You all see the camping sheet, I believe. So the first thing that we do for camping is, everybody's here for camping. The first thing that we do is, who sets up camp? The mechanics of basically setting up camp influences everybody else, and basically how hard and how easy it is to do other things while at camp. It is a survival check. So who wishes to prepare camp?
McRae will if Galali doesn't.
I will prepare the camp.
All right, so she will be preparing the camp. It is a failure, but a failure. It is not a critical failure, meaning it takes you about 2 hours, Galali, and you're setting up the tents. Terrain is a bit different. You find that the ground is harder than what you normally would have expected. The best I could describe it is the area that you are in seems to be this, these scenery, pre-made sceneries that, they imported dirt, they imported trees, like there's some ferns, but like they're plastic almost. That gives you that same, like it's too perfect, hence has some weird components to it. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, she just stamp her foot on the ground a little bit, complain. I don't know. There's something wrong with this dirt.
While she
Yes.
she
The
finishes,
dirt is not dirt.
you have multiple activities that you may do. We have, of course, camouflage the campsite if you want to keep away from creatures or anything like that, lurking monsters, and other things like that. We can cook a meal. Meals can be discovered. The party has access to different recipes, and there's even mechanics for some people if they have their favorite meal in order to achieve and gain special benefits from having these particular meals. There's, of course, discovering special meal. Forage is used mainly in order to gain material for crafting purposes. I really advise, if you're not familiar with the Pathfinder 2nd Edition crafting mechanics, to go and document yourself on it. It is amazing. Healer's Blessing, because you do have a cleric with you. Hunt and gather, to gather food for the party. Organize watch, if you believe that somebody should be taking watch. Salvage items, Basically, do you have an item that you want to get rid of and gain materials, or do you want to tell a campfire story? So, Nakri, what would you like to do?
Gray's gonna hunt.
Nakri is going to be hunting. Excellent. Bran. Bran?
Getting invisible.
Yeah,
That's so
he's invisible somewhere. Absolutely. Okay, Shiraza.
Vess, would you rather organize watch or?
Yeah, I will rather organize watch.
So Vess is
Okay.
going to organize watch. Okay.
I'm not the only one hurt. I will. I'm almost positive there's no enemies in this land, so I'm gonna do healer's blessing.
You will be doing healer's blessing. Okay. After setting up camp, does Gilali want to kick back and relax, or she wants to do something?
I will
cook.
cook, and I give. Oh God, Bess gets so much side eye.
So for those who don't know, Gilali is clearly the most talented cook. She just has not had luck with the dice. And her twin brother, Nakri, is not the better cook, but has had some very good luck with the dice. So, yes. Kraz, you're seeing this for the first time. Pretty much everybody knows what they're doing. Camp was set it up in a record time from what you're used. You already see Nakri putting up his gear somewhere and going off with a bow and arrow. Vess is in the process of making a little platform that's a bit elevated for somebody that wants to oversee the camp. It seems that everybody's doing something and as a purpose. You're a bit lost in that, specifically since it's the first time that you're setting up camp with them. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
I would like to regale my new companions with the campfire story.
All right.
And DM out forage.
Oh, it seems that we've lost, for some reason, we've lost Vess, and he dropped out. His internet just dropped.
It's really unfortunate.
Bran, though you're back, so what would you like to do?
I'll do the forage.
You will be foraging. Excellent. Okay, not a problem. Perfect. So, the hunt and gather. For that, Nakri, you succeed. So you bring back 20 ingredient and 1 special ingredient. So while the wildlife around you is teeming with standard game, a deer maybe, and rabbits and other things like that, you do not find any supernatural or more unorthodox creature. So there's no owlbear, no outright fantasy-themed creatures. You pretty much just find standard creatures, which is somewhat unorthodox. They will be added, of course, to the party loot. While you do that, Vess prepares the little platform, and anybody that does the during their watch will be able to have a little bonus for that. The forage will be a success, so that's a 21. Just give me a few seconds. Forage crafting resources. Okay, so that's here. I'll need to refill it for 2 gold pieces. Just remember that, all right? Before we roll that, I'd be interested, Kraz, what's the story that you regale your new friends with?
A story of orcish heritage, something I'm very proud of in the history of a brave warrior.
Does the warrior have a name, or are you just, maybe telling it and talking about yourself without telling it's you?
Yes. An old story of my own without alluding that I'm bragging.
Perfect. And the story is interesting, but maybe not as much as... Not enough to move the rest of the party. You're used to a much different type of crowd. Being stuck in the first world for a long time, your flair and different intonation, putting more weight on certain aspect of the story that the standard Fey folk would be probably more interested in. Whereas here, you're just, you're delivering your punchline and you're seeing no real reaction, kind of like, what am I doing wrong type thing. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now, for the food, welcome back, Shiraz. So for the food, you will notice that we have either basic meal, rations, basic meal, haggis, hearty meal, or shepherd's pie. Which of these would you be interested in cooking, Gilali?
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. All right. Just give me a few seconds. And that would be a critical success. Who wishes to... so you may either skip a meal, take rations, or take some shepherd's pie. So who wishes...
Take shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. All right.
He would take a serving and personally hand it to Vess.
Is this our first time? Not even succeeding, but critical succeeding too.
Yep.
I'll definitely eat.
You'll definitely
Yeah,
eat.
so I.
Excellent.
Yep.
I'm guessing, Kraz, you also wish to have some haggis, or you want to have rations?
I will consume rations, to not seem too gluttonous to my new friends.
Perfect. All right. So you will be consuming the rations here.
Oh, a new friend Kraz, have some pie.
First crit success, yes. First success, cooking, no. And who shall get the first crit success? The
Oh, that's Gilali.
I've got to
That's
close
Gilali.
that before people put things in there.
Quick, everybody bet on Galali.
Oh no! Yeah, everybody bet Gilali. She won. To that effect, food is delicious, and you do know that you've just set up camp at the beginning of the sunrise, basically. So you still have about, I'd say, 10-ish hours to sleep and basically take care of yourselves. So you may, if you wish.
Does our vampire friend have to?
Oh, she is staying in the small tent that you guys have set it up just for her. She doesn't eat, and that's about it. So you guys may
Or
rest.
she just set it up where she's just gonna nibble on Vess a little bit.
Yes. So you're resting 10 hours and 36 minutes in order to go through. Give me a second. Why are you all drained? Oh, wait, what?
It's the vampire. I should have killed her.
Oh my God! Wait,
I knew it.
No, that's not what she does. No, okay, you're not drained. It's fine. I don't know why.
Feel
Are we-
woozy.
Do we have the itis from the pie?
You're
Like,
good.
Is, like Thanksgiving dinner, you just want to nap afterwards?
Should have chosen the rations.
Should have chosen the rations. Excellent. So at sundown, you're all able to go forward and reach this glade. Perfect. Anybody has anything that they want to do before we reach there, or? All right. As you reach the forest's edge, the first thing that strikes... Yes?
Just sorry, I was trying to raise my hand. So I didn't mean to interrupt. Except the shepherd's pie gives us an additional 46 of hit points. Is that above our normal, or?
No,
Is
it does not. It does not give you temporary hit points, if that's what it is.
temporary? Okay, just double checking.
Sure, no problem. So, the first thing that strikes you as you reach the forest is how perfect the line in between the desert area and the forest is. It looks purely supernatural. Not even one grain of sand seems to be mixing with the perfect earth, with the roots and everything like that, just beyond this almost like magical barrier. You do see up in the sky certain amounts of birds and other creatures that are typical for a forest area. but they do not seem to be venturing anywhere near the desert itself. Kind of like as if there was this imaginary or like invisible line keeping them within their own biomes. You yourself, of course, as you reach this area and put your hand forward, maybe almost like half expecting an invisible wall or anything of the sort, find nothing. So you're able to walk within this biome should you wish it. Yes, Gilali.
When we get there, because the line is so visible and marked, if she sticks her hand across, does it feel like it's warmer on the side of the desert from the forest? Like,
so how long would you stick your arm over that imaginary line?
just a minute or so.
After a minute, you notice that your arm is cooling off on one side, but still warm on your side. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's odd.
Wow, that pie was amazing.
He's still like, oh my god. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So
I'm sorry.
No,
That was a great re-entrance.
So what do you guys do?
Onward.
Onward.
So you move up.
Yeah, onward.
So you advance through this forest area. At first, you notice that the trees are almost planted perfectly, evenly spaced, as if somebody had made this diagram of how exactly each trees needed to be planted. And about 200 feet in, it starts to look more like a standard forest. The ground is eerily even everywhere, so it's not an uneven terrain or anything of the sort. And there's just enough foliage on the ground to make walking comfortable without making it a pain, if that makes sense. You're always walking in that direction, and for some reason, whenever you're wondering, hey, are we heading towards this glade that we saw, the wind picks up, kind of like parting the canopy of the trees, able for you to see off in the distance this magnificent and large tree that seems to be sitting in the middle of the forest where you are. Takes you about an hour, and you do reach this glade. At first, you think that you're appearing in what seems to be a clearing of sorts, but you realize that there's still foliage and a canopy over it. There's this large and magnificent tree in the middle, which its canopy is outstretching and covering the entirety, almost perfectly, of this glade and this clearing that you are walking into. There's small ponds of water that are crystal clear, littering the area, and this almost even terrain seems perfectly unnatural. The only thing that seems to be different from this area that you are in is not far from this gigantic tree sits this boulder that's about, I'd say, 15 feet high and 15 feet across, uneven, and there's this kind of like smashed area on the ground where probably you feel that it hit the ground and dragged for about 30 feet until it finally found its resting place where it is now. What do you guys do?
Charles will kind of look at this massive tree for a bit, and then turn to his group and say, I've obviously never done this before. Give me some time to work out how to do this.
Seems fair.
Do what?
You said the boulder looks like it landed and skidded? Is that what... Am I painting the right mental image?
Yes. With the trail it has behind you, it almost feels as if it was thrown by something from the direction that you came from.
I would like to inspect this boulder to see if I can
So the
ascertain maybe where it came from.
The boulder, so the clearing from where you are to the tree's bark, like the tree itself in the middle of the glade, is about, I'd say, 300 feet across, like a radius of 300 feet. The boulder sits about at 200 feet in the glade itself. So, and there's no real way, short of being invisible, to reach there without being seen by anything that's inside. If that makes sense?
I guess.
Is there anything odd except the oddity of the place itself?
Define what exactly you're looking for as a odd.
Well, like the passage of somebody else, except like the throne thingy. Like, is there?
So you're looking for
prints.
You're looking for
displaced.
Okay. I'd like for you
Prints.
to make a survival check for me, please.
Okay. My best quality. Yes, I see things.
You are a person that is self-assured in your capacity to notice the odd, the out of place, and other things. This area is so strange and so abnormally perfect in certain areas that you feel as if there's something that you're missing, but you can't exactly pinpoint what.
Let's be careful on this part. I don't like it.
I don't necessarily think anything here is dangerous. I at least feel as though this land is. Well, he'll kind of look back towards the castle, and then think for a second, and then say, maybe the dragon, but that was caused by a card. I don't think there's anything naturally here that's dangerous without our input.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I guess at this point, Shiraza should start to set up and perform the ritual.
So as you, so you're just performing the ritual, or you're going up to the tree?
Yes, sorry, approaching the tree.
Okay, so as you're crossing the clearing, is there anybody else that's following, or you're just like all staying really far back? Like, what are everybody else doing?
McRae doesn't really know what's going on, so he'd be following the direction if anyone's like, stand here, hold this, do this.
Okay. What about everybody else?
This might ask Shiraza if he needs any help setting up.
No, I think I can do this just fine. Thank you.
Okay, then I'll keep a watch.
So,
Are you sure you don't need us to? I just sort of traipse after 'em. Extra pair of hands might come in handy.
I don't think this will take long.
as you are advancing as a group towards the tree sitting in the middle of the glade, Gilali, you are first to spot, soon followed by Vess, seeing this streak of white emerging from the other side of the tree and moving along like the periphery of your eyesight. You turn and you do see this horse that seems to be slowly heading towards you.
My point.
As it gets closer, you notice that this horse has a single horn in the middle of its forehead. And it's gently trotting in your general direction.
Unicorn.
Do you
I
do
just watched
anything specific? Oh, cool. Okay, just give me a second. We got 2 cards that have just been played. So we got Force of Will and Heroes Never Die. Yes, someone did say unicorn. Force of will.
That's quite unique.
Yes. Does anybody does anything specific? Go to the meeting of this unicorn, or
Do we all see the unicorn? Or just the
you
people who
all
approach
see
the
that
tree?
unicorn?
Did the unicorn stop, or is it? Still
No,
coming?
it's slowly heading towards your direction.
Yeah, so Shiraz is excited, and he's going to like meet it.
Yeah, I'll change direction to go towards.
The power
The
pony.
power pony.
The power pony. Okay. Who would you say is first to meet / greet? Like, of the party, who was the first to react to its presence and head in its direction?
Well, Galani,
Really
will you?
DNA.
I can go.
Yeah. Okay.
The unicorn comes up to towards you, staying at a safe distance, and would offer what you almost have the impression of being a bow. Would you do anything?
I give a polite bow back. Hello.
It seems to be reacting, but you're unsure of the nature or the exact significance of the gestures that it's doing.
I try to get a little closer. If it seems skittish, I stop immediately.
I would like for you to make a diplomacy check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, would I have any knowledge of unicorns through my study of Arcana?
Yes, you
Other
may
stuff?
do if you wish. Unless you have recall knowledge unicorn, you can make recall
I
knowledge.
do. I absolutely do.
You do? Wait, what? That would be amazing, but no. You may roll recall knowledge, arcana, or nature if you wish. Both, of course, will yield different things.
Is there a special button for recall knowledge, or do you just do?
You
want
just
me to do
you just roll.
Roll?
Unless no, I can't. So I have the recall knowledge here, but I cannot prompt it in the. So you just need to roll.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
31.
Wow.
You are without knowing, everybody. You had an expert on unicorns within your midst. You are probably one of the most learned individual about unicorns in the known world, and one thing that you are confident is that this is not a unicorn. The behavior it has. So, while a unicorn is gifted with intelligence, while it is wise beyond other creatures, it remains a beast. It remains a creature of the Fey world. It remains a creature of holy nature and other things like that. And you seem to understand that the way that creature is behaving is not exactly like one should. You feel that this particular manifestation of a unicorn seems more in sync to the rest odd behavior of everything around you. Kind of like as if it was, new legendary has been obtained. Amazing. Sorry. So you have a feeling that almost as if looking around you, this is this theater production being given to you, that this is just almost like it is more of a simulacrum of life than life itself, if that makes sense. Bran?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If it is true to its role, as in true to being a unicorn, unicorns are creatures of good. They are capable of granting either wish or giving out objects or other things of sorts. They are good-natured, and they have the power of healing normally. Gilali.
I didn't hear that.
Do not ride the power pony.
That's not a power pony.
The last few things you said seemed muted. I didn't hear what the last few things you said were.
Who? What?
You were speaking, and then it seems that you cut off, so I didn't hear what the last things you said were.
I said don't ride the powered pony.
No, before that, when you were
Before
exposition.
If it is true to its role as being at being a unicorn, it is normally a creature of gifts, of healing, and of good nature.
Okay. And do I get the sense that it is potentially considering, like, this place is weird, but is it potentially hostile? Is this maybe, like, are any of the things that it's doing negative or just weird?
You got the information that you got while somebody else was doing something, so we will do what they're doing, and then we'll get back to you. Fair enough?
Got it. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's great.
So while Bran is, in his brain and trying to get more information, like, wait, unicorn, wait, and seems to be thinking, Gilali, you are before that creature. It seems to be bowing back to you, and as it does, it reaches with its horn and touches the ground. 4 objects appear. The first of which seems to be a lute of sorts, the musical instrument. Seems to be appearing. There is a tome that appears next to it, followed by what seems to be a staff, and then for the last object, seeming to be a censer of sorts. You know what a censer is? A brass censer?
Mm-hmm.
Appears to the ground. The unicorn takes a moment and backs off, clearly inviting you to pick one.
Oh.
So I take this opportunity to walk up, if I'm allowed. This is, and put my hand on Galali, and I'm like, you don't know this, but I know unicorns. Like, I'm a bit of a brony. Sorry.
Sure.
This doesn't seem right. Something's a little off with this creature. Before we start touching its things, let's try and get a better understanding of this.
And I have a look at the GIF that the unicorn brought, if they seem anything nefarious.
Everything seems to be made perfectly. It seems to be of a craftsmanship that exceeds standard make and other things. It doesn't seem to be like there's no skulls, there's no ancient evil runes that will swallow up your soul that are obvious on it. Everything seems yeah, there's no like the tome is not flesh bound. It's
written in blood.
It's not written in blood. Everything seems more. If I could give a description of to describe in a general way the items that are before you, all 4 items seem to be made of excellent craftsmanship by probably somewhat of elven or perhaps fey descent.
Mm.
Would doing identification of the objects, would I have to touch them, or could I do them without touching?
So if you do identification, you need to manipulate an object.
Yeah, and if you manipulate it, I guess that will be the choice.
Choice. Yeah.
What? So I don't know what it is in English, but in French it's le choix est fait. No, wait. It's not what I wanted. Sorry.
Yes. I'm gonna try casting read aura.
Okay.
On the tome.
Okay, just give me a second. I want to check one thing real fast.
And while you check, can you repeat the object? You said a tome, and I kind of.
There was
Yes. So go ahead.
There's a lute, a tome, a staff, and a sensory brass sensor.
and a loot.
a tome,
and
a
a-
lute, a staff, and a sensor. Yes.
Y'all are looking at gift horse in the mouth.
The gift unicorn.
There's no fruit.
Just give me a second. Brand.
Well, that is an unexpected gift from an equally unexpected source.
Okay, so you are casting. You are casting Read Aura, which
Correct.
technically helps you to identify a magic when you identify magics.
Mhm.
It's not a detect magic per se.
No, I understand, but it would at least.
So again, it
I would,
assists.
I would know that the item is magical in and of itself.
You would need to do identify magic in order to do that. So you would need to manipulate the object, check its aura as part of all of that. You cannot just check the aura and say, "Oh, it's magical or not." It's not a workaround to how detect magic works.
Poke it with a stick.
Okay, because the way that it's written says when casting is complete, you know whether the item is magical. You or anyone you advise about the aura.
Oh, okay.
is
No, you're
up
right.
to
No,
you.
you're right. You're right. You're right. It takes 1 minute to cast. You know, why not? And what object are you looking for?
The tome.
The tome is magical.
Cool. So I take a few minutes to sort of, or a few seconds to explain to the group that what real unicorns do, and then there's something off about this one. The items are seemingly magical. I don't know if we touch one, we suddenly choose it, but we should be of kind of understanding that this may not be the gift that we all think it is. There may be something associated to it, especially if it's associated to the card. And I look at your house, I'm like, is there anything on the card that would help us better understand this unicorn and what it really means?
But what does it mean?
I'm not sure how this relates to a hero reading exactly, but unicorn typically does symbolize that you're expecting to receive a gift of some sort, or maybe that you have received one, but in this case, this would be the present or perhaps the future. So it would be that you're expecting to receive a gift from an unexpected source. And past that, the gift could be bad, or it could be good, depending on if the card was misaligned or not. But I have no way of knowing if somehow this is misaligned in the reading of this land or not. I personally trust it. And I'm not even sure if it's a choose one option.
Oh, that's a good question. Is this for just me to pick one, or is it for all of us? I asked the creature.
The creature seems to be motioning for certain things. Make a nature check.
Okie dokie.
I will basically it motions. You feel that it is motioning for one, and then motions the objects as a whole, as in pick one.
Okay, I think it's only. I think it's offering.
I'm gonna ask it in Fey what its name is and why are you here, and see if there's any reactions to that.
Just give me a second. I want to check one thing real fast. Just give me a sec.
I was just gonna say,
I mean, so
go for the book.
you do know that while it understands Fae, it's still a horse. so it won't, like, you know, it probably makes like the standard like, you know, sound, but like for you it doesn't mean anything. It's trying it, like if you could communicate with an animal or you have a spell in order to do that, you feel that you would have understood its name, but it doesn't speak Common or Fey. It just understands it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will apologize to Baileys.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have a better horse.
Oh, come on. Just because we have horses doesn't mean I know how to make a horse. Guys.
You don't touch your animals enough.
Okay, wait. I'll bring the horse in so they can... No.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
No.
Good luck.
No. In front of the green screen and everything. No.
Someone doesn't want to bring their stream to the next level. Okay.
So I turn to the group and I'm like, I'm pretty sure unicorns, being magical creatures, would have the ability to speak. So this one seems a little bit
Well, perhaps it's
odd.
chosen this form so that we.
It's a wish. It's a wish version of unicorns. It's the wish version.
You got the Timu version of a unicorn?
It's the Timu unicorn. Yes.
How thick is the book?
It's hefty. It's you know a like standard dictionary thickness.
My assumption, based on nothing, would be the staff is some form of healing item, and the book is likely a magical, maybe a spell book. The lute, no one's even considering it. We don't have anyone who can play instruments, I assume.
But it's a lute.
And
No, Kraz, it's not loot like treasure. L-U-T-E. It's you play it. It's a musical instrument. Can you play a musical instrument?
Drums.
Well,
He can play the drums.
Everybody plays musical instrument. Playing it well is an entirely different thing. Extra thick.
then-
Yes, the book is extra thick.
I would assume
Thank you,
these
Dan. I was
sensors.
asking Kraz.
I think the sensor's probably intended for a cleric.
Agreed.
And there's also a
That's
sensor,
what
by the
I'm
way.
incredibly curious about it.
There's a sensor too.
Well, we decide things together as a group. I'm curious about the sensor. What say you, Nicole?
I trust your judgment.
So 2 people, 1 the
Appraisal out
sensor.
of it. He didn't sleep too well.
Right?
As
I
a
want to-
man of knowledge, I prefer the book.
I think the tome hold us, give us a better sort of bang for our buck, potentially.
So 2-2.
Well, that wasn't very helpful.
I still want the loot.
I love this guy. I guess Shiraz will kind of like fumble with his deck for a bit and then randomly pull out a card.
I walk over and I grab the tome.
You grab the tome?
Yep.
Okay.
Shiraza hasn't decided. I stopped him. Wait.
So, here's a question for you, Bran. Actually, there's going to be 2 things. I would like both of you to make a make a dexterity saving throw, a reflex saving throw, Gilali.
Reflex. Okay.
As you are reacting, we'll house rule it that you're trying. So you are fast enough to interpose yourself in between Bran and the book. Bran, as you are about to reach down and take the book, you notice that you have Gilali's hand kind of like pressed against your chest. Not exactly physically, like, you know, she's not pushing you off, but she's clearly intended to stop you for a moment. Do you still power through?
I take a second. I'm like, we can't just wait around. Let's just
friend
grab one
Bran,
and move on.
I just want to know what Shiraza is more interested in. A vote.
Shiraza? You're muted.
I've been muted, yes.
I turned sideways and I saw the muted icon. I'm sorry, bro. Okay.
You said that as I said, I was like, am I muted? And you'll see Shiraza kind of look up from the card he's pulled and think for a few seconds and then say, well, I've no opinion on either, but the cards have said that we should let Bran decide if you're letting it go to a tie.
Fair enough. I stand aside.
Bran, you pick up the tome. I will, and you instantly are filled with the knowledge of what this tome is. I will say it for everybody else so that it can see. So it is a possibility tome. It is an array of semi-precious stone that are set in an ornate silver and beaten copper cover of this thick and weighty tome. If you open the book before it is activated, its vellum pages are blank and pristine. But once activated, words dance and swim onto the pages before your eye. Basically, it takes 10 minutes, concentration manipulate, in order to activate the tome. When you do, as you flip through the book, and you think of a broad topic that you want to know more about, either arcana, crafting, medicine, nature, occultism, religion, society, or any lore. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Clover? So if you think of any of those, the pages of the book are filled with these information, and the book grants you a +3 recall knowledge on one of those. You cannot crit fail the recall knowledge either. So I will remind you that if you normally crit fail a recall knowledge, I give you false information. With the book, you cannot crit fail a recall knowledge. This information within the book disappears after 24 hours, and the book may be reactivated again on another topic. It is a level 18 magical object worth 22,000 gold pieces.
What is the name of it?
A possibility tome.
For sale. The name of it is for sale.
Good luck finding a person with that much gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
You do have it in your inventory. It's in your equipment, just below your spellbook. As you're all kind of like looking at the book and like, you know, like, oh, wow, and so forth, if somebody looks up, the unicorn is nowhere to be found, and the 3 other objects are gone as well.
Thank you.
My loot.
I'll get you a loot. I'll find you a new loot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you guys
Wow.
do?
Well, I don't know for now, but at some point this could be very useful on me, but I guess it's useful on everybody too, so.
So, what do we want to do now?
How goes it?
Now, with that interruption, shall we return home?
Yes.
Aliriel, who's been standing in the back, especially when she saw the unicorn coming, kind of like advances in the glade, and I think that's a brilliant idea.
Are you scared of the power pony, Aliriel?
Would probably be the only answer that she would provide you with.
Well, that's kind of cute. Okay, let's go.
So, Shiraza, what do you do?
I suppose I would begin to draw the unicorn card from the deck and look into it for a bit. And you'll see him study it, and almost as if he's looking through a window rather than looking at a piece of art on a card. And after about a minute of studying and focusing on before him, you'll see this portal open. And I'm not sure, I assume Phil's going to want to describe what it looks like through it.
You're doing a great job.
The portal itself on the edges looks like a set of cards that are being quickly riffled through. And am I correct in saying that the way through that you can look through is to Oleg's?
Yes, I would like for... just give me a second. I want to check one thing real fast. Yes, and it is night.
Okay.
Oh, look, Ariel, you don't need a tent.
She's gonna look at you, kind of like giving you a, wow, thank you so much. And you are using the enter the arrow court in order to pass through that portal. Does everybody follow suit?
Yes.
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 I will.
A little hesitant, but yes.
Excellent. Just give me a few seconds. We're just gonna change the scenery. I need that. We haven't been to Oleg in a while, so I'm like, where's Oleg's?
Now, where did we bury this guy without a tombstone?
All right. Just give me a few seconds. So, just want to see where everybody is. Oh, wait. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. I'm just, I haven't been here in a while, so I just want to be sure that that's good. That's good. Okay. He's not here. Kraz, Vess, we are missing you, and last but not least, her. Excellent. In a shift, kind of like as I've described it previously, teleporting specifically to this place has the same feeling as if you are, you will all be familiar with the feeling of when you're laying down in bed and you have the sudden feeling that you're dropping, that you're just like, there's no more bed and you're free falling for a few seconds. It's the same feeling the moment that your foot leaves the ground behind you and as you enter this portal. You're sure that at least a minute or two passed. For the first time since you're here, Bran and Shiraza, you have a feeling as if almost, like, specifically for your case, you have a feeling that time is adjusting itself. As if the time that was in the Arrow Court and the time that is here is not exactly following the same rhythm. So you have a feeling that, like, for the first time that you've experienced when you were thrown into the future, the same type of feeling. And kind of like blinking as you finally find purchase on solid ground, you all kind of like, whoa, you know, just like kind of like fidgeting for a second, getting your bearings and seeing that you are in the middle of the main area of Oleg's trading post. The two tables before you in the fire. By the moon up in the sky, it's probably in the middle of the night. Illyriel takes a second and she quickly distance herself from the rest of the group, would look at you for a moment, and would start casting a spell. Anyone does anything specific?
I'm just gonna say, like, see you around.
Anybody else does something?
What do I feel about this spell? Does she like intuition?
So I mean, spells don't have feelings. So unless you
No, like what? Looking at her expression, has she suddenly turned
okay.
hostile?
So you want to look at her expression more than the spell that she's casting, is what I'm understanding.
Yes.
She doesn't seem to be any hostile. She seems in a hurry.
Okay. So I just watch, ready to move if need be.
All right. It takes a few seconds.
Would I recognize the spell?
You may do an Arcana check.
Check.
You recognize that she is casting the teleportation spell, and the moment that you realize it, she disappears.
Guess she was tired of our company.
Oh, she did say she was leaving. Or tried to leave earlier.
Yes.
It's fine. Safer that way for her and the outpost.
Did she bite you?
Of course. No. Not that I'm aware of. Do I have bite marks?
You do not. You're not able to see your own neck.
Let me check. Hold your head up.
Do you let her do it?
Yeah.
Roll a d20 for me, Vess.
Okay.
Slash roll d20. Slash roll d20. 1d20 in chat.
Okay. Slash roll.
Slash roll. Yeah.
And I have to type roll.
She was a necromancer. No, so in the chat, you just slash ROLL space 1d20.
Okay. Doesn't seem to want to be written.
Okay. Do you want me to do it for you?
It says self roll. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Gilali, you'll notice that he doesn't have bite marks. He does have red lipstick at 2 or 3 places on his neck.
You dog.
Oh. Oh, very.
Vess, you have no memory of doing anything.
Lipstick
What?
marks. You slide devil.
Lipstick?
Here and here and here.
If only I would remember.
Other places? Go over there and check to see if you have lipstick in other places.
Jesus.
No, thank you. This is private. I'll check myself, please. Thank you.
Bess has got a girlfriend.
I don't recall nothing.
Nope.
And it was probably blush and just like go away a moment.
So what do you guys do?
Once I get my bearings of being teleported, kind of look around and turn to the party and just like, where are we?
Welcome to Oleg's. I'm going to go find his wife and say hello.
It is in the middle of the night, so and you do
Oh.
see that there's no light coming from the.
Bridges into the bedroom.
I mean, you can just you can go in and try to get into their house and into the bedroom if you want.
No.
How long has it been since we camped?
See what, sir?
How long has it been since we camped?
It's been about a week.
No. Just previously when we camped and we slept. Has it been like 3 hours or like?
Oh, no. For you, it's still like, yeah, it's been about like, yeah, it's been probably like 3 hours at most.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
Does anyone have a shovel?
I got an axe.
That's like a shovel.
Yeah, but
If you
May
want
need
to
that
go
later.
chop up the body, be my guest.
Meow. We probably have one in our supplies.
Were you calling Shiraza or somebody else?
she's calling the
Meow.
horse.
Oh, okay.
Who was
Sorry.
left? Oh no, we didn't even know that's good.
No, yep. He's still here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could reacquaint myself with our pony.
Yep.
We're back.
I do remind you guys that I believe you have a magical object for the pony too.
We
We
have a
do.
magical object for the pony.
Yeah, I think you do.
You?
They're like
Okay.
Is that like a magic horn?
Give me a second. Where is
they're
it?
like horseshoes or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're
or something
horseshoes.
like
Yeah, yeah.
I have 4 horseshoes that I tried to identify on, and I failed with.
Yeah,
like, a
but you
20.
know they're magical. Okay, cool. So you're the one that has them.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So while people are discussing, I'm gonna pull Shiraza off to the side. Out of earshot, and I'm like, so are you really going to do this? Is there no way that we can get back to our life? Or is this the best that we can do for them?
He'll be quiet for a bit and kind of think, and then say, well, I personally never wanted to go back. I know you did. And I've been meaning to discuss this with you, but I thought it might be easier, or at least it's how I normally handle things, is just to not discuss it and instead do it and then vanish. I would rather return them one of their friends and one of the people that I know is going to lead this land than to go back and try to manipulate fate so Lord Coral does not become the evil man that Cyrus said he became. And I don't believe we could manipulate that in a way that would be good. The best hope for this land, if you are taking it from the perspective of you being a soldier, is that you help them make the Tal'Dawn marches. The Tal'Dawn marches again. And as for me, I might continue traveling. If I hear word of the cards being around, I might leave for them. But I am getting older, and my kind, while we do travel, we need to eventually find a place to settle. And I think becoming friends with the lords of this land is a great way to set myself up for life.
Do you not feel that we're not supposed to be here? I'm just... Something doesn't feel right. And while they all seem really kind of nice, and they have their own sort of reasons, especially that Kraz guy, he's pretty cool. I like him a lot. But I don't even know if he's sticking around. But I don't feel like I belong here. I don't know if I want to stick around. I don't know if I care about this time and these people as much as I had my own things back from when we came. And yeah, look, maybe it doesn't turn out like we all had planned, but 200 years is a long time. Maybe something, if we go back, we can do better things for ourselves. We know that it's maybe not worth spending the time and resources doing what other people want. We just go back and be ourselves at the time that we are meant to be.
I think the best hope for you in that would be to go with them. And if you seek out another card or hear about them and your adventures, come to me and I would be happy to send you back. I have no intention to return. I have a lot of things in the past that I am happy to have forgotten. And I'm more than happy to sell here. As you said, they're nice, and that means that I will likely have a good future being a friend of theirs.
Maybe you're right. But I don't know. Something. I understand that this is ultimately your decision because you have this power, but I just want to make sure that we're bringing back somebody who can actually make a difference, and we're
While,
not wasting our one chance.
while you're having that discussion, Nakri, Galali, View, Kraz, what do you do?
I turn to them and just kind of ask and try to understand where we are, being the first time that I've been here.
Oleg, this is a trading post of sorts, safe haven. We've made good friends here, and we're going to be using this as kind of a headquarters as we build our territory out from this area.
Okay.
Do you
I kind of get a little bit easy. I ease a little bit and feel a little bit more relaxed, not on edge as much as I was in the wild.
Okay. View?
Yu is kind of shook still with the revelation that Galali said to him, but he's gonna join back the group and just, I guess, wait for the rest of them. He's also thinking a lot about like Lucian coming back to life. He's probably like thrilled about it since he was a good friend of his.
Okay. Shiraza Bran.
Definitely, I am wearing his dead gear. It would be a bit weird to not bring back the man whose clothing I've stolen.
That's true.
And how certain? Like, is he coming back as himself, or are we just kind of reanimating a corpse, and we're not gonna know what else is in there?
Fate works in strange ways. I do not know what will happen. I've never. Most people believe the deck to be a fairy tale, and I've never known of stories of people with all of them, or at least 5 of them, using it for any form of resurrection. I know it's possible, but I do not know the outcome after.
And well, I understand that maybe going back isn't sort of in the cards, so to speak.
He'll grant.
It is resurrecting the unknown the right thing. You heard what what's her name? Heliriel said. There's a curse on this land. There's stuff that kind of.
You were not there when she discussed that with View.
What? Yeah, wasn't I?
No, that was
No,
just before you went
it
to
was
bed.
in the hallway.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
It's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I recall knowledge of that.
No. I recall knowledge because I was peeping. I was listening to the wall. No, sorry.
So this land is strange and corrupted. Like, there's vampire lords and powerful wizards and some guy named Staglord.
Steve the
All of
Stag
which,
Lord.
at least in some part, is the responsibility of the kingdom. That, at least I know you swore an oath I believe you were serious about to the Lord to bring this kingdom better. And at least at some point, I was not a big follower of his. It was more of a job for me than a faithful devotion. But I still have some sense of responsibility for how this land has turned out.
Whatever oath I've made in the past died with him. But I will leave you to it. I will, while I am uncertain about this, I will not oppose you.
For what it is worth, I will continue to search and listen for ways to get you out home. But I'm tired of adventure. I've done it enough, and I know eventually it will catch up. And I'm at the point of I have a new life here. I do not have debt. I do not have enemies. No one knows me. I can make a new life for myself, a new person. And I intend to do that. If I learn of a way to get you home, I will.
Are you going to change your name, or are you always going to be Shiraza? And I specifically use their name to see if it causes them pain.
He does take 3 down.
Wow. Wow.
Events and
What was that about no enemies?
events and kind of sigh and say, I suppose I am not allowed a name anymore. But I can live with that. The name you used is not the first one, and it's not been the last I've changed it. And while I know now I can't take on a pseudonym, I can still be known as the cat, or something along those lines in this kingdom. And that's good enough.
Cat with no name.
On that, we turn towards the morning as you all take a moment to reprieve, thinking back on what you've just lived through. And more importantly, wait until your friend Oleg wakes up. Just give me a second. I'm just going to change something here.
I'll busy myself doing stuff around the trading post so that I can give his wife a hand while she sleeps.
Okay, just give me a second. I thought I had a picture for. Oh wait, here it is. For Oleg's trading post. Perfect. Dawn comes, and Oleg slowly rises, kind of surprised of seeing everybody like here. And my friends, welcome back. How have you been?
Good morning.
We are very, very happy to be back.
Good. I'm grateful to see you.
How has the post been in our absence?
Oh, did you meet last? I barely recall, but did you meet Sir Keston Garrus?
Did we meet this person?
No.
No,
No, we have not.
So Oleg would take you inside, and you will notice in the house, a room now has several bunk beds that seem to have been made makeshift, and you do see several armor, pieces of shield, and so forth littering the area. There's about 2 people that are awake currently at the table being served breakfast by Svetlana. And Oleg takes you to a gentleman that seems to be a bit more in the back. This. Yeah, go ahead.
I introduce myself to him as we walk in.
Oleg will stop for a second, like looks at you, and you see him kind of like draining from color. He's gonna quickly look towards Nakri, kind of like
He's a friend.
Well, friend.
He's gonna take a second. and it shows that Oleg trusts Nakri as he would dare stretch a hand, but you do see that by his reaction, Kraz, you feel that this person has a history with orcs.
Did he say he did reach out his hand?
Yep,
Or not yet?
he did.
Okay, I'll reach over to grab it and probably squeeze a little bit harder than I should, but not intentionally.
Excellent. Are you going to see him just like wincing a tiny bit, giving a somewhat honest smile? Welcome. A friend of a friend is a friend? And you feel that he just didn't say that just as an expression, but somewhat like a question?
I just smiled back very widely and kind of an idiot's grin without saying anything.
I see. He's going to release your hand, and he's going to cradle his hand a bit, like, just like, ouch, hurts a bit. And we'll keep walking a bit further with Nakri. You'll see Oleg kind of like try and wait for to get the attention of the gentleman that's sitting there. What you do see, Nakri, is this man seems to be wearing the standard uniform of a soldier from Bravoy. You've seen plenty when you were at Lady Jamandi's estate during the dinner. You do not recall seeing that specific person, but he seems the way he's handling himself, his frame seems to be of a fighter of certain experience. Mr. Garrus, Oleg's gonna call to him for a second, and you're gonna see the gentleman turn around for a second. Yes. Let me introduce you. These are the people I were telling you about. At least this is one of them, one of the elves, twins. His name is Sir Nakri. Keston Garrus is gonna stand up. He's gonna extend a hand to Nakri. Ha! Great to know that there's other people defending anybody that requires help. And he's gonna stretch a hand, and you're gonna see he's gonna make himself a bit taller. He's a big man, so like a solid 6'6", a heavy frame, somebody that you like seeing him. He'd be intimidating in armor, but he seems to be smiling. He seems a genuine and nice person at core, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Nakray would go to shake his hand as well.
Well met, my friend.
Yes.
My name
In
is...
this land, it's always important to meet allies.
My name is Keston Garrus. I am the now official captain of the guards at Oleg's. And he's gonna nod.
Congratulations on the new post, Captain. My name is Nakray. This is my sister Galali.
Oh yes, I'm eager to meet. Who's your friend? Lucian, correct? The student of Lady Jamandi. She spoke in lengths about him. And he's gonna look over your shoulder, kind of looking for him.
I am sure she has. He will be with us shortly.
Oh, good.
He overslept. It's a bit dusty.
Good. I'll be waiting him. I'll be waiting for him here.
Yes. He will meet us here in some time.
You're gonna see Oleg's clear discomfort at the situation because he knows that Lucian's dead, and he's gonna look at you for a second, look towards him and
we need a shovel, by the way.
He's gonna look at you for a second, I'll go get the shovel, and he walks out.
You.
Keston Garrus is gonna go back to whatever he was doing, letting you the opportunity to either speak to Svetlana himself, Keston himself, or just venture out outside while Oleg fetches you a shovel. Any of these? Or...
Is Boken around, or...
Boken is not yet around. The reason why he's not around is... you'll notice that there are several... Give me a second. There are several cards that can advance this storyline. The one that has Boken moving into Oleg's trading post is up, but it is dependent on Safe Haven, which is a card that will transform Oleg's trading post into a small budding city. So until that happens, we will not be able to have Boken at the trading post.
How far away is his
A
location?
solid day's walk.
Okay. Yeah, so I turned back and I remind the group that we were doing a quest for Boken to get fangberries. We should get them back to him as soon as possible, seeing as we're here.
We sent Vest to do that already.
Yeah, I thought, Vest, didn't you deliver the fangberries?
He did.
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
So,
by the way, while we wait, last night before my memory got confused, Lady Alariel mentioned something about the land being cursed, and I feel like Donovan also mentioned something about it, but something strokes me. She said like anything that takes roots here, and I was like, what if we become nomads? I don't know. Food for thought. Kraz, have you been a nomad before?
I suppose if you think Warband is a nomad.
Yeah. Is it
Then yes.
easy to live?
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, we'll reflect on that as things build up. We'll be
Sometimes
mindful of the curse.
you just have to make sure that you get your own food
Mm-hmm.
and always
Yes.
keep an eye open.
on that, after a few minutes, Oleg returns with the shovel and quickly and quietly asks out of earshots, Jesus, thank you for the chests, asks out of earshot, what is it for?
Necray takes the shovel and immediately hands it to Bran. Shiraza has a plan.
I see.
We're bringing back Lucian.
He's going to look at you in half disbelief, and if you will. Hey.
Of course. Nothing's impossible for us.
A lot of people are finding legendary cards. That's actually very cool.
Let's go team!
Go team! Give me a second. I'm trying to... The Safe Haven card has not been found yet. That being said, you move outside where the location of the body was buried. And Bran, do you dig him out, or do you let anybody else? Because now you have the shovel in hand.
I hand the shovels to Nikri.
So Necray, he hands back the shovel.
Necray
Give me the
does
shovel.
not take
He's
the
not
shovel
going to
back.
do it. I'll do it.
Excellent.
He would look with utter disbelief at the like. No, that's you dig.
This is your first grave, then, that you've exhumed?
This is your first grave you exudes? Question mark? What?
Exhumed.
This is not the first grave I've been around when it opened, but I'm not. This is your friend. I feel that you can.
Oh, give me the
bestow
shovel. Move,
reverence
move,
on
move.
it.
So
And I
Gilali?
happily hand it over and walk away.
Excellent. So Gilali, you take the shovel and you start digging. Takes you a solid hour until the small box is out. I will spare the description of a body as you open it.
As she's digging, I walk over and go, "Oh, are we digging a latrine?" And I look down and go, "What the hell?"
Yes, that's our friend.
Some friend.
Yes, we are a motley crew.
He's seen better days.
No shit.
He's a bit under the weather.
I'm dying to know. Did you guys bury Lucian with his sword, or did you guys keep it?
When I asked,
What is sword?
nobody took his sword, so I am guessing that he got
Buried with it.
he was
Okay.
buried with the sword,
Cool.
which does bear the mark that you know.
Yeah. He'll look at the sword over for a bit, gently take it. I'm assuming it's like laid on the chest or
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
Gently take it, analyze it for a few seconds, kind of smile, and then put it to the side and just look to the body and go, "Well, let's begin this."
Bran, you will notice that. Okay, I'll do that in a moment. Just give me a second. Give me a second, Bran. That goes in the deck, by the way. It's not. It doesn't go in your hands.
That's fine. I did set up as well.
That's fine. Bran, you will notice that the sword as the heraldry of the Rogavoria's family, which is the ruling family of nobles in your time. So either this person is a member of that family or stole it from them.
Got it. Yeah, what kind of sword is it? Is it
It is a curved blade. It looks more like a saber than a than a straight
Perfect.
sword. It's not a style of sword that you've seen or anything of the sort.
okay? So got it.
Make sense?
It is made of a special like metal
It is
as well.
Yes.
Vibranium.
No.
No, it's mithril.
Unobtainium.
It is indeed
Yes.
made of unobtainium.
Sorry, the name was Rogavorian.
Rogavaria.
Roga.
No, sorry, Rogarvia.
Jesus, criminy crap.
Pretty sure it was
What
Rogavorian.
was-
It's Leviosa.
Sorry, just say that one last time so I can write it out and remember it.
Rogarvia, I think.
Yeah, I'll just copy and paste it in the Discord for you.
I said it in
You
the
gotta say
chat.
it just like that every time. Rogvaria.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rogarvian. God darn it.
No, it's Rogarvia is the name.
Rogarvia.
You guys, come on.
Rogarvia.
Come on.
I mean,
Trying to be
this is word for word how you typed it to me.
Okay, so this is how I spelled it is wrong. How
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
It's Leviosa.
I step
It's
back.
okay,
from the-
it is House Rogarvia.
Rogarvia. Okay.
Like I spelled it on Twitter.
We're just gonna throw this to the chat. How do we say this town?
I know better than to let chat decide names and stuff. So, anyways, we were saying.
I step back from the hole and kind of turn to Vess and not that I'm not appreciative of you letting me come with you, but what is going on?
Oh, so basically, we went into a crypt. Our friend got killed, and since then we've been trying to get him back on his feet. And last stop we did was in the Fey realm, first realm, where we met you, and now we're back to bring him back.
Okay. Oh, okay. And I kind
You'll
of
get along just fine.
I nod as if like that just totally makes sense to me.
He's a good fighter. I think you'll like him.
So I'm gonna walk up to Kraz and just be tap on the shoulders, like this is gonna get maybe a little touchy feely with these guys that know each other. We can take a step back if you'd like and let them do this on their own, or you can sit there and watch something freaky happen. It's up to you.
Take one gigantic leap back and just watch what's going on from a distance.
So, Shiraza, what do you do?
I suppose I'll begin to do the 1 hour ritual.
Yes.
We
Ugh.
have 3 minutes. No, it's a joke.
No. Anybody does anything specific at that time?
I definitely go to Oleg's and get some drinks because we've been up way too long.
Okay.
So get some drinks and a little bit of food for Kraz and I to sit down and do this and pass out some of the drinks to the others while this ritual is taking place.
So I suppose the way I would do it is like place the tyrant at his lay him down flat on the ground, place the tyrant at his feet, the unicorn at the teamster at his head, and then the other cards around him on the sides.
Okay. And you do your ritual.
Yes.
After an hour, you feel. Sorry. Is it the intent of Nakri, Gilali, and Ves to take part into that ritual?
I'm going to stay near as he does it. Out of the way, but close.
That's not what I asked. Are you in?
I'm gonna take part.
Yes. Okay. Ves, you're gonna take part. Gilali, are you gonna be taking part in the ritual?
Yeah. Okay.
Nakri?
If Shiraza specifically asks Necray, he will take part. However, he will not if it's not like we need you.
Shiraza?
Then no, he doesn't want to see a dead body come back to life.
Shiraza, would you ask help?
It's his first time doing this. He doesn't really understand it, so he's not going to necessarily ask for help, but he'll welcome it when people offer.
Okay, so Nakri will be out of this ritual.
Yes.
Correct.
He will be with Craig and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So only best.
I'll be watching this from a distance, not taking part, but I'm going to be kind of writing down some details as to what's taking place, and so I can maybe try to understand this.
From your view, Bran and Nakri and Kraz, nothing really happens. Shiraza, Gilali, and Ves, you are sitting near the body. Kind of like in the middle of hearing Shiraza mother a few things, arrange the cards, and suddenly the sky seems to darken. As you look up, you notice that it is almost as if this small piece of land where you are is the only thing in existence. Wherever else your gaze looks, it is dark and star-filled. As if just past the 10 feet that you are is a sudden drop and this small piece of land is floating into space. Shiraza, you feel cold. And then all of you may hear a voice. What is worth this person's life? And then silence.
You might as well just look to the other two that knew.
This man, even if rash, is a great hero who was taken too fast from her grip. And blood should flow once more in his body so he can be the hero he was meant to be. And I will take my little dagger, made a little cut in my hands since blood seems to be trendy for me lately, and just drip some of the blood maybe on his forehead or something.
So my question is to you. Are you just inflicting a small wound to yourself in payment, or are you making something more significant?
I'll be willing to remove I don't know, a D4 or something of max HP for that.
Okay. So as you slice your hand, not only does your blood flows, but you feel some of your vitality escaping you and floating somewhere. To that effect, you will lose 4 permanent hit points.
All right.
You feel as something has unlocked. Somehow, there are more stars around, as if something is answering and seeming to react to the offering that you have made. Yet, nothing happens. Gilali, do you do anything?
A vow. Um, I vow to walk barefoot until I balance their death with 10 saved lives.
As you
I
speak
just-
these words, you feel that something is witnessing you, and you feel your feet burning. You notice that you're wearing shoes,
I take my shoes off.
and it seems that whatever you are offering has been accepted. As these are strong offerings, I will consider that they are to the maximum potency, so that will be a 3 each. Since it is the first time that Lucian died, DC normal would be 10, meaning that DC now is 4 plus. Make sense?
Can't
Shira-
wait to roll below that.
Shiraza, please
Don't jinx it.
roll a d20. Are you using your hero point?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I rolled.
Oh,
My God, you jinxed it.
Rip!
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
My heart
Jesus
stopped for a second
Christ, that's-
because I didn't know if you used your hero point already. It was like, oh,
I also had let's try that. Well, that wouldn't count because it's not a skill check. Never mind.
Oh my God.
It was so good.
Funny.
Oh.
as you do that, I would like Shiraza. Would it be possible for you to pick a number between 1 and 5?
Lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. The Teamster card disappears from your inventory.
Oh, that's the most strongest one.
So what everybody else sees, or rather, Gilali, Ves, Shiraza, the platform that you are on that seems to be floating about seems to be starting to spiral and spiral until you're back to the material plane. Lucian, you were floating about in nothingness. You remember the cold of a damp cellar where something evil took you from the world. You feel a pull behind you. Something like a familiar voice calling you. What would you do?
Suppose I'm gonna follow the voice.
As you start following the voice, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Do you do anything?
Well, I mean, definitely tense up, reach for my weapon, which I assume I don't have, realize I don't, and then awkwardly turn it to look at the hand source.
You look up, and it is this older gentleman, long white hair, seems strong in build, and wearing long flowing robes. No, that this is rare. A life normally cannot be thrown away so easily. And reacquiring it is a boon that only gets harder to pay. Is this still the road that you wish to take?
He'll be quiet for a second, think about that, and then kind of smile and say, "Then I will not die again."
I see. You are sure of yourself. That is good. That is great. And he's gonna put his hand kind of like on your head, kind of like in a patting manner, kind of like, you know, a father would to a favorite son. I foresee hardship for you. And I foresee difficult times, but rewarding ones. Seems that in the grand tapestry, your part is not done. I would like to know, just give me a second. As the voice says so, you hear behind you, "Ah, come on, Pharasma, let the poor man go." And as you turn around, there's this gentleman wearing leather armor, rapier at his hip, a tankard of ale, slowly sipping it. "This man is a hero in the making and ready to do some more good, aren't you, Lucian?"
It'll take him a few seconds to figure that out, and then he'll kind of grin and nod and say, "Absolutely. And once I am back, I shall have a party in your name."
Good man. I would have it no other way. Now, go forth and may your blade strike true. And he's going to offer you a drink. And as you take a sip, you awaken on the material plane. What everybody else saw in the case of Kraz, Bran, and Kree was everybody seeming shaken for a second. You saw Vess's his hand slowly start dripping blood. You saw Gilali quickly removing her footwear. And after a second, the body that was clearly dead, wounded, and had seen better days, seemed to rapidly reform into a full-fledged and fully alive human that just rises up and seems to be taking air as if it was reaching from the surface, as if it had spent so much time beneath the waves. And this is where we'll end it for tonight.
No!
Yay! Lucian is back.
Lucian is back.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys. I hope
Lucian's back.
Still a friend.
I hope that everybody enjoyed for tonight's episode. Let me just change that here.
That was worth like 900 experience, right?
No.
Excuse me, we brought Lucian back from the dead.
Bringing
That
back
has gotta
someone
be
for the dead
worth
is
at
something.
least a level.
So now that you said it, I just don't want to give it.
You know what? You know what? That's fair.
So
That's
I
fair.
so I
But you
think
know
that-
what we'll do? We'll just take it.
So I think that everybody should level up except McCree.
That's
what-
fair. You know why?
I agree.
Because I'm
No.
magnanimous, and
No.
I am a giver.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So
He didn't
Uh,
participate. So.
I do feel that bringing back someone from the dead is a major milestone, and will allow everybody to level up to level 5.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Getting back the HP I just lost.
Getting back the
So
HP you
we had a
lost.
teacup dragon.
and
The teacup dragon was a coffee cup sized dragon, so now he's a
no. He's still
pint-sized.
he's still very much a coffee cup, a teacup, a teacup dragon.
Yeah, he's a teacup dragon the size of like a pint glass
He
now.
has a name.
You know what?
It is
And a person wants
Sir
to bring
Biscuit Noodle.
and a person wants to bring back the power pony. I'm ready to do something with chat. If we reach 700 follow, the power pony will be back. Maybe a real one this time.
What? Get your friends to follow us.
So I mean, I think it's a good way to, and you know what? TNA, if you want, if we get 700 people, you'll even be able to name that power pony. And no, its name cannot be Butt Stallion or Power Pony.
No, it's got to be Stains. That way we can say
Limits on names now. I don't even want to play anymore. What kind of undemocratic nonsense is this?
Okay, so do you want to select from the names I said, or do you want a level? Which one do you want?
Level.
Perfect. So it's settled. Excellent.
Level. I don't want a unicorn from Wish.
Oh, come on.
I don't want
no,
the
that's
team
why I
unicorn.
said it's likely going to be a real one this time. All right. So, no lie. No, come on. Somebody played, what was, that was in Pony McPong Power. Yes.
Oh
my god.
Perfect.
Oh, so he's an Irish pony.
Yes. He's absolutely an Irish pony. So, anyways, reminding you guys that tomorrow there's no tabletop talks, because virtual tabletop talks, because I'll be leaving for Beltane's, which is a SCA medieval event, taking place all the way up to Sunday. So I'll be there with some other people, namely people from this stream. So Nakri will be joining me there. From people also from. Oh, cool! We got a new card.
I would be there.
You
you
will.
know.
No, I know. You have other things happening, and it's fine. We got.
Not fine. I'll be his anger translator. He's very disappointed.
Yes, very much so. We're gonna have also Timothy from the Curse of Strahd. I believe that Kindrot will also be there.
He's the worst.
So we're gonna have a few people that are gonna be able to be there, and so we're gonna take some pictures and have fun and share it with all of you, maybe likely on the social medias. So if you want to check that out, it would be great. Next game is next Tuesday for episode 4 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. So that's going to be For Whom the Bell Toll, I believe. So that's going to be interesting. And I think that's all there is. Am I forgetting anything, guys?
The TNA is just calling it Samson.
I was gonna ask TNA if the diet reference was me being Diet Reinhardt, because that's very funny if it is. And yeah, it is. It is being the 1-calorie version of Reinhardt is difficult.
So he's the healthy version. So that's not good for me. Guys, come on. Also, a few things that I wanted to touch base with some of you guys. We originally had an artist, but that needed to change. We're going to be working for other people. We got some prospects and are going to be looking forward into working with other people. There's a few interesting things lined up. I don't want to promise too much like I did last time, but, we're heading in a good direction. There's also going to be a few different things that are going to be popping up in July and in August. Namely, I'm going to be talking with some other content creators, starting to talk with other content creators, basically doing interview-based for other streamers, so we can learn a bit more about their stream, what they're doing, and basically what brought them to the hobby, so you can basically have a chance to learn and meet the people behind the roles in a way. I'm also going to be in August, in either August or September, going to be starting a series where I'm going to be picking up new systems for one-shots, and basically trying to play different systems that are not in Dungeons and Dragons, or mainstream. Preferably systems that have a introduction campaign. So the concept of it is picking it up and in a month being able to make a game and doing it on stream so that you guys can basically see that new systems are not that scary and might be interesting to play. And maybe in the process we'll be able to discover new and cool things that might be interesting for anybody that, hey, you're looking for something different than Dungeons & Dragons? We got you covered. I think that's about it. Yeah. So
We get a rating.
we are gonna be rating. Just give me a second. Let me see who are we gonna be rating. Because rating is loving. We share the love. Just give me a second. Do we
Dummies and dice rolls.
Yeah, do we want some Dungeons and Dragon content? Do we want what type of content do we want? Yeah, let's spread the love with the indie content creators. It's such a hard branch. So, we are gonna go. Do we have? Just give me a second first. Let's see if we have any friends that are currently live, so we can share the love with them. Let's see. Not really. Oh wait, who are these guys? No, they're fine. So let's. I'll find something. Just give me a second.
You're doing great. We believe
I
in you.
know I'm doing great. Thank you so much. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go at Quest of Cormyr. If you don't know Cormyr, is the realm of the purple dragon. It is in Forgotten Realms. And it is one of my favorite Forgotten Realms kingdom. That's why we're raiding them. So, if you want to raid, just join the raid. Just be sure to join in while we're doing that. And I'll wish you all a good evening. And have fun. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
It's done. Oh, we're raiding.